A side door, not the front entrance. That tells you everything. Syrian President Ahmed Al-Sharaa arrived at the White House on Monday through the West Executive Avenue, a side entrance adjacent to the main building. No flags lining the driveway, no cameras capturing the handshake at the door, no fanfare. This was not an insult, it was protocol. Foreign leaders, recognized heads of state, enter through the West Wing driveway, the ceremonial entrance reserved for official visits. Al-Sharaa did not get that because he's Syria's interim president, not yet fully recognized under international protocol. But what happened inside the Oval Office matters far more than which door he used. For the first time since Syria's independence in 1946, a Syrian leader met with an American president in the White House. The closed-door talks focused on strengthening bilateral ties, regional security cooperation, and Syria's expected entry into the US-led coalition against ISIS. The results were immediate. Minutes after the meeting ended, the US Treasury announced a 180-day extension of Caesar Act sanctions relief. The Caesar Act, imposed in 2019 over human rights abuses under Assad, had imposed sweeping sanctions that crippled Syria's economy and cut the country off from global markets. Lifting them is essential for Syria's reconstruction, estimated at over $200 billion. Trump praised Al-Sharaa afterwards, calling him a tough guy from a tough place.
I've had an agreement with him. He's a very strong leader. He comes from a very tough place, and he's a tough guy. I liked him. I get along with him, the new president of Syria. And we'll do everything we can to make Syria successful, because that's part of the Middle East. We have peace now in the Middle East, first time that anyone can remember that ever happening. Syria is a very big part of the Middle East, very important part. If you look back at Syria for years, they had the doctors, the lawyers, they had so many of the great intellects. It's an amazing place with great people, and we want to see Syria be successful along with the rest of the Middle East. So I have confidence that he'll be able to do the job, absolutely.
But there's more at play here. Syria's warming ties with Washington could signal a broader realignment in West Asia, potentially expanding the Abraham Accords framework that normalized relations between Israel and the Arab states. This is a stunning transformation. Less than a year ago, Al-Sharaa had a $10 million US bounty on his head. He was designated a global terrorist with ties to Al-Qaeda. He spent time in US prisons in Iraq. Now he's sitting in the Oval Office, having broken from Al-Qaeda in 2016 and reinvented himself as Syria's moderate leader after toppling Bashar al-Assad last December. The side door was protocol, the Oval Office meeting was strategy. Syria is realigning, away from Iran and Russia, towards Turkey, the Gulf and Washington. As Al-Sharaa left, he stepped out of his motorcade to greet cheering supporters waving Syrian flags. The message, Syria's decades of isolation are ending, and America is betting on the former militant they once hunted. With Debagna Datta, Bureau Report, India Today Global.